9 and 10, we just have to graph some equations. There's different ways of graphing equations, actually a lot of different ways. You can always change this into slope-intercept form and put your y-intercept and then do rise over run. You can put, if it's been point slope form, you can just put a point down. This one's in standard and this one's in point slope. So that's the ones we're going to work on today. There is also slope-intercept form that you need to know for the test. So if you're unsure about that, try to look in your book or ask, ask me for help, ask Mr. On for help. To start, let's do number 9. We have standard form. The easiest way in standard form is to do, just like we did on number 1 and 2 of this quiz, is to find our x and y intercepts. So to find our x and y intercepts, we just plug in a 0 in for the x and then a 0 in for the y, and we find our x, y intercept that way. Because this 0 is our input, I'm going to find my output. So negative 2 equals negative 6, so y is going to equal a positive 3. Alright, so this is kind of telling us a coordinate point. This is like if you had a table, this would be like saying that if my input was 0, my output was 3. So there's a coordinate point, 0, 3, which would be right here. Okay. Next, I put a 0 in for y. This would tell me my x coordinate. So if I put a 0, I don't have a ton of room, but if I put a 0 in for y, I would have 3x equals negative 6. The negative 2y would just cancel out, be 0. So x equals negative 2. If I divide by 3, I get negative 2. Alright, so here's negative 2. If you have 2 points, we can connect these in a line. Here we go. There it is. Well, pretty good. Obviously, try to make it as straight as you can. But there's a line right there. So we just graphed it. We're done. I need to see this work, though, on the test and things. Need to show your work. Okay? So that's for standard form. Point slope form, a little bit different. What we have to remember is that this actually gives us some points and a slope. If you recall, this is our point slope form. So what is my y1, y2, my coordinate point that I would start at? Looks like it's going to be a positive 4 and a negative 2. I know it looks like a positive, but remember this is a negative up here. So it's going to be positive 4, negative 2. That's my starting point. My slope, it says it's just a negative. Okay? And actually a negative is really like negative 1. So my slope is negative 1. Alright, so here's a point. Here's my rise over run. So my point is 4, 0, negative 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 2. And then I have to go rise of negative 1 or run of 1. Negative 1, run of 1. So it's like negative 1 over 1. So look, it's making a point, or making a line, isn't it? So you kind of connect all these, and it's really hard with this software to connect it into a straight line, so bear with me. That's awful. Please do a better job than that. But there, it kind of makes a line. If you see it connecting all the way up and down, it makes a nice straight line. So that would be with point slope. This would be with standard. The only thing that's going to be different is the numbers. With standard, you're still going to plug in a 0 into each and find your x, y intercept. For point slope, you're just going to find a point and find your slope, and then plot your point and plot your slope, rise over run. Alright, please get help if you're unsure how to do some of these graphings. I know it can be tough, but please try to figure it out before test. Alright, either ask your neighbor, ask Mr. Otten.